Welcome to the EpicTV Surf Report. Maybe it's because I've been watching too many ASP webcasts from warm water locales lately, while here in the southwest of France we're still waiting for summer to start. But I feel a touch of negativity has gotten itself into these surf reports lately. To balance out the bad vibes and foster some international détente all at the same time, I'd like to read you a little story that mixes the best of what France has to offer in the beach break barrels department with a bit of prose penned by a man overflowing with that classic British sense of humor. But let's start things off with a wee tweet from the guys on top of all things multicultural in the sport of kings, Surf Europe magazine. Trodden dog shit coming off the beach at Bourdain barefoot, full on between the toeser, and showers not switched on yet. Ah, the trials and tribulations of searching for surf in France. And without further ado, I bring you The French Washing Machine by Mat Hapgood, originally published at www.theinertia.com. This story takes me back to the summer of 1998. I was 18 and had just left school. I wanted to embark on my first ever surf trip to France without my parents. Tristan Duma Davies, a good mate of mine, accompanied me on the trip, which first of all took us from South Wales to London in the UK. A god-awful 24 hours was spent on the Eurolines bus before we reached the famed town of Capbreton. You could take boards on the bus in those days. Upon arrival, we tried to find the beach. Yet it soon became apparent we had arrived in the city of Capbreton and not the beach as we had wanted. After a sweaty mile or two carrying multiple boards and heavy backpacks, we finally arrived at the beach and tried to find a place to pitch our tent. The only place we could find was beside a group of lads from Jersey in the parking lot just behind the sand dunes. All was going well and we even had some clean little waves to get rinsed off in. That night was spent drinking stubbies and getting to know our newfound mates from the Channel Islands. Of course, because we were not at a proper campsite, the sand dunes and public conveniences on the beach became our bathroom. We watered the dunes well that night. In the morning, I awoke to find the air calm and cool. I crept out of the tent to go check the waves. It looked pretty good. Clean 4-foot lines were smashing into the German bunkers and there were only 2 guys on it. One of those dreamy French mornings you see in the surf mags. I needed a piss, and at the time there were a few people milling around, so I thought it more appropriate to use the public bathroom on the beach itself. An important point to note here is that the lock was broken on the door of this particular toilet, so I waited for a while just in case someone was inside dropping the kids off at the pool. For those of you who don't know this, in France in particular, and other places in Europe, public bathrooms are pretty advanced. Some of them have weird space-aged interiors with crazy mirrors and chrome toilet seats that move up and down with motors. Others, like this one, can clean themselves by spraying disinfectant from high-powered jets once the user has vacated the cubicle. So there I was, waiting to see if someone emerges from the cubicle, and after 5 minutes of dancing around the dune top, I decided to give the door a go. So I open the door, and as I peer inside, a curly-haired, grubby-looking Frenchman, well, I assume he's French, is squatting over the hole giving it what for. We make eye contact, and as I mutter, "Désolé," his expression changes from "you asshole" to "please no." Without thinking, I close the door. As I retreat, a whirring sound starts, and then the noise of water being blasted inside the cubicle begins. I ran back to the tent cracking up, trying not to piss myself. I think I hid in the tent for ages, worried that the guy might be looking for me. We left Capbreton later that day, hitching a ride up north to Caserne, where we spent 2 weeks camping in the forest for free. My first trip to France produced lots of other funny stories, best saved for another time, but I often wonder what happened to that guy, and whether he did get covered in his own merde. Thanks again to Mat Hapgood for that nostalgic little trip down memory lane. You can follow the author on Twitter at Mat Hapgood, and if you'd like to read the article, just look for The French Washing Machine at www.theinertia.com. Thanks for dropping into the EpicTV Surf Report. Until next time, don't forget to get wet in the ocean.